people, Alec, and today we're watching My Random Thoughts Jaiden animation version, though. Oh, we was on the same page because we didn't plan to say version.
No, we didn't.
Ah, boy. All right, guys, link to the original video is down below in the description box.
Let's get it.
Oh God! All right, restart. My fault. My fault. We're ready to rock and roll. First off, guys, if you have not checked out our vlogs, go check out our vlogs, our challenges, and check out my most recent prank on her. I got a tattoo on the side of my face. Yeah, boy. All right, guys, so let's go.
Let's start off being honest right off the bat.
Facts.
I have no idea what this video is. I just had a random idea in my head. What if I tried to make a video that has literally no point to it? So here we are. Over the course of like a month or two, I started jotting down some of the random things that have crossed my brain and stuff along that line. Not the kind that are philosophical or have a deeper
meaning. What does she look like that?
Just the stupid ones.
She had that
this video might change the way you
old wisdom Asian
whatever. I don't care. Let's get
Yeah.
started. I was going through my phone contacts the other week and I was like, you know what? I want to get rid of the people I don't really need to have in here. Some contact spring cleaning. So I started deleting people I've never talked to, and the further in I got, the more I was thinking, who are these people? Where'd they even come from? Jacob Acorn. I've never met a Jacob Acorn. Frick. And then there'd be people where I only added their first name.
So you're like, wait, who is that? Yeah.
Ashley.
That happens to me.
I'm assuming Newberry? Yeah, delete. I don't talk to her.
Damn.
Ooh, wait, wrong
That's
Ashley.
crazy.
Ooh.
Well, I accidentally just permanently erased some other Ashley from my life. Also, that whole process made me realize I have way less friends than I thought I did. Like, I didn't have too many to begin with, but I deleted a lot more people than I thought I would, and my contact list is far smaller than it was before. What if dogs were the humans of the earth? Like, instead of a human society, it was dogs. What would they create? Would they build a government? What would their education system be? Would they create dog hobbies and dog sports?
That is so random.
Like the typical throwing frisbees and tennis balls. Maybe they'd create a game where they wear face harnesses with a scoop that can hold a ball, and they have to toss the ball into a hole on opposite sides of the court, each hole providing a different amount of points depending on its difficulty. Kind of like soccer or football combined with basketball. And there's teams, so they need to strategize and work together to win against the other dogs.
I like how they have
they create art and music and invent things? Do they have passions that we couldn't think of? Like, if humans were just a wild animal, it would be much harder for us to realize that, say, playing a saxophone was your passion, because, wild animals can't invent a saxophone, silly. So you'd never discover that side of yourself. But what if dogs could discover their passions and creative sides like humans? I'd want to go to a dog art museum and see what kind of art they'd make. Aren't you curious? If dogs had the intelligence and creativity of humans, what would they do with it? Could they run Earth better than we are?
Imagine.
In a weird way? I'd kind of hope so. In horror movies, why is it always the piano that's the haunted, pretentious, scary instrument? I've seen the scenarios where pianos play themselves, the keys are smashed down to make a really ugly sound, maybe the occasional lid will slam down and kill someone. Is it because people see them as elegant yet ominous at the same time?
Why did you do that?
Good atmosphere. I want to watch a horror movie where instead of walking into a big empty room with a haunted grand piano in the center, a character walks into a big empty room and sees a ghost playing.
What the heck? What the heck is that?
I don't know.
I'd be much more engaged in a movie like that.
That looks weird.
Just saying. Why does nobody talk about half-popped popcorn kernels? They're just as good as the full-popped ones. After you've consumed 97% of your popcorn, you get to the kernels at the bottom, and instead of throwing them all away, you should crunch on the ones that are semi-popped.
I did do that.
Heck!
I don't.
If you don't eat the half-popped kernels,
you're missing out.
Some of the best things in life.
That's true.
One time I was at the grocery store getting
I agree with that one.
groceries. Yeah, great script right in there, Jaiden. That was poetic. And at the checkout, I could tell the cashier was new at her job. Not like she was doing everything wrong, but you could see she didn't have the fluid motion down of a professional grocery store scanner. Those people have it down like it's an art form.
Yeah, like they just get it done.
So she was scanning the things, and she got to the cilantro. You probably know this, but you can't just put a barcode sticker on cilantro. I think some stores will wrap a tag around it, but the place I was at just had a serial code that the cashier had to manually punch in. So the girl was flipping flipping through the book that had all the serial codes in it, and she couldn't find the cilantro code. I've never mentally connected so much with a stranger before, because I knew exactly what was going on in her head. She was trying to quickly find the code because she didn't want to feel like she was taking up time by being slow, but in the stress of trying to quickly find the cilantro, her brain was getting frantic, which made her gradually start internally freaking out even more because she felt like she was taking way too much time trying to find the code. Repeat cycle, getting more and more intense every time, and maybe after a minute of her trying to find the code, she just silently put the cilantro in the bag. She gave me free cilantro out of panic. It was a good day. Also, did you know there's a website dedicated to hating cilantro? www.IHateCilantro.com.
I gotta look that up.
They write haikus. Stressing about a close deadline is kind of relaxing in a sociopathic kind of way. We've all done it. You procrastinated a bunch on a project and are in the phase of crap because it's due tomorrow and it's already 10:45 p.m. and you've only got 0% done. But if you think about it, it's kind of nice to see it as, well, I'm totally stressed and panicked out of my mind right now and would rather just self-implode. But this feeling is only gonna last for a few more hours since the deadline's so close. If you didn't wait until the last minute, it would have been a less intense but drawn-out feeling of dread while working. Versus this approach, which even though is 10 times more mentally and
yo, do you see the intensity?
Very bad for your health. Only has to last for like 1 day, maybe even 12 hours if you really push it, so pick your battles. But don't say I told you which one to choose. I'm not responsible for any crummy projects you haphazardly spit out. That's still you. My parents' house had really big windows in the living room, and sometimes birds would fly into them. Most often hummingbirds. Whenever one did, I would go outside to where it landed, and if it didn't die from slamming headfirst into a window, I would pick it up and help it calm down and recover from being stunned. A lot of people would probably say not to do that because it's a wild bird that can have wild bird diseases. And they're probably right. But imagine if you did that with humans. Some kid is outside running around. They blindly run right into a tree and collapse on the ground. You run over to help them, and when you get to them, you go, sorry, kid, you've got a cold. Can't help you out, buddy.
I'm weak.
Also, are you envious that I've gotten to hold a hummingbird before? One even fluttered around me when it recovered. I'm a bird master. Like I said in the beginning, I was jotting all these down over a relatively long period of time, so I didn't just write all these in one go. And after looking at the list I made, I realized I wrote half-popped popcorn 2 separate times at different occasions. I guess past Jaiden just felt extremely compelled to talk about half-popped popcorn. It is really good.
That's a whole nother random thought.
You see that?
You know that's a whole nother random thought, right?
Yeah. You see it all the time. I'm 13. I'm 6. I'm 2. Is there a reason they do it? Do they think it's vital information they need to convey? Whenever I see a comment that starts with, I'm 9, and my brain kind of automatically writes off whatever they're about to complain about, I'm not saying people these ages don't say anything valuable to me. I really enjoy seeing, I'm 6 and really liked your video. Because then it feels like that message
I don't think we've ever seen that before.
We've never seen that.
You know the kind.
Funny.
They're still innocent beings that haven't experienced the cruelness of reality yet. But any other time, it's just a detail that adds nothing else to their statement. One time I got an email that said, I love your vids, I'm 7. So I responded with, thanks. I'm 19. Do they feel like they're obligated to express their age? Do they think they're asserting dominance? Is it an accomplishment to them?
Turn 5.
More mysteries I have yet to find out.
I'm
not gonna lie. I won't lie. This is definitely... No, this video was really fun to make. It was so
I like those fan drawings at the top,
all over the place.
Like those
I don't know, I just had so much fun making it. I was thinking about doing a video like this for a while, just like little random topics that aren't enough to make an entire video about on their own. I haven't seen anyone else do this kind of thing before either. I could be wrong. Maybe there's like hundreds of people who already made videos like this before and I'm not being creative at all. If so, then... okay, whatever. Again, it was pretty experimental and just, I don't know, I kind of like the chaos and unpredictability of it. If you liked this format, I'd totally be down to make another one sometime. But if you're like, wow, Jaiden, this was the suckiest video that ever sucked, then I probably won't make another. That wouldn't be a smart move on my part. Well, I had fun, and that's all that matters. Also, see you at VidCon.
I kind of like watching these like drawing videos sometimes more than watching somebody tell a story time with their face.
Yeah, cause it's kind of like, all right, you know.
It gives me much more to. It gives you much more to look at.
Not only that, but it gives you much more to kind of imagine, because you're like, do they really look like that, or do they look a little bit different? Did they make themselves look better in a cartoon than they are in real life? That's the things that I be thinking about, like, sometimes.
That's true. All right, guys, give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to go check out our vlogs and leave some comments in the comment section. You see how I like to slip that in there. And
last but not least, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the La Familia.
Until next time, you guys keep rocking.
We'll keep rolling.
And we gonna catch you guys tomorrow. Later.
Bye.
I'm with my team and we ballin'. Really ain't no other option. We ain't distracted by nonsense. That is a trap from my wallet. They just be hooting and hollering. We making moves to the top. Really the crew never stop. Really the crew never stop. I'm with my team and we ballin'. Really ain't no other option. We ain't distracted by nonsense.